What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and 50 Cent has decided to finally speak on what's going on with 6ix9ine. But before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. A link is in the description below. As we all know, before 6ix9ine got locked up, him and 50 Cent have developed a really great relationship. And a lot of people were wondering why, and that's because the people that 6ix9ine was surrounded with knew a lot of the people that 50 Cent was surrounded with, and of course they all came from New York. We all know 50 Cent was born in New York, as well as 6ix9ine, so of course the connection is going to be there somewhat. And then as time went on, 50 met 6ix9ine and claimed to be his next son, basically claimed him as his own son, and said that a lot of the stuff that 6ix9ine was doing was resembling 50 Cent, meaning the aggressive attitude towards everyone and basically disrespecting everyone. That's essentially how 50 Cent came out, but not as aggressive as 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was going at every single person you can think of, even the people that didn't diss him. So naturally, when all this went down, a lot of people were wondering, what does 50 Cent think of this? What does 50 Cent think about 6ix9ine snitching as well? Well, while he was out in Atlanta this past week, he decided to stop by DJ Drama's radio show and decided to talk about 6ix9ine. So let's listen to what 50 Cent had to say, and then after, I'm going to break down exactly a lot of the things he said, because a lot of it is very interesting. So,
like 6ix9ine is not from the street. All right. I liked him because, like, I liked Soulja Boy. Like, when he came, I looked and I was like, he's 16 years old. He produced the record, made the dance, got his homeboy, and then shot it. I want to see him have a hit. That guy that does it. Like, 'cause I couldn't do that at 16. You know, so I thought he had something in, like, I was like, yo, he's special. You know what I'm saying? They do all that. And then with 6ix9ine, his imaging was stronger than the music. Because middle America, the people that actually purchasing hip-hop music, they can dye their hair blonde and then dye their hair those colors. You see what I'm saying? And then they see them in the element that they've been, hip-hop allows you to be on a safari and get close enough to the animals without being in danger. And they seeing him in the safari. In the middle of the whole pack, and you cooking, and the little homies he had around him. And I say it because when I use little, only because they Crew's baby brothers. You know what I'm saying? Little, they're younger. The next litter of it was around. They don't go. So while he was talking, that's why he would say, suck 'em up. Anybody say something, suck 'em up. Because you know for sure they're going to do it. They'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was giving him the confidence to do that. But, you know, I look and going, I don't know. Look, the guys that actually chose that lifestyle, they're conscious of it.
I mean, when
they turn.
Did you ever have a convo with him, like, you know, because, I mean, I'm sure it was interesting to you, because I think about what it would have been like if social media was around in 2003. So I'm sure you saw him like, yo, this is really my son. Like,
I'm looking like
got my whole blueprint. So, but you knew what came with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
what he saw from me was over time. He was doing it in such a short window that it was commanding a different level of attention. And then culturally, they're going, gang, gang, gang. When I get on the record with them, I go, I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang. Immediately. Because I don't like RICO. I don't like conspiracy.
Right.
You know, give me a homicide right now. I'll take a homicide right now before you give me that. Because, look, John Gotti will walk out the courtroom successful 3 times until they start calling him Teflon Don homicides. And then they come with that RICO, and then you 23-1 marrying.
Yeah, it's done.
You know, it get crazy. So like that those laws were designed for you not to escape them. You know, so it'd be a tough. That term, when I saw what I saw in the paper, I feel like he gonna tell on everything. That was a part that wasn't even in the indictment. The stuff that they're saying that he's talking about is not an indictment. So He's offering that along with everything else, and then they added those new people to the indictment. Like, you know.
So in 2019 and 2020, can this whole situation happen with 6ix9ine, and then him come home and still have a successful music career? Because we're in a different day and age. So I'm just curious.
It is different.
What do you think?
Look, I think he can make music and people can hear it, but the original core and bass that he tapped into won't rock.
Even though that original core bass, the fans, they didn't really care if he really came from that.
Right.
But everybody,
it was entertaining. Look, they didn't look at it and say
he wasn't built for that.
He would say, "Did you let the little rainbow kid say that to you?"
Right.
And you're not gonna do nothing. Like, he's saying that to you. Like, that's what the humor. Like, you had a personality, character that it's interesting to watch.
So when he first got asked the question, he made it clear that he knows 6ix9ine is not from the street life from the jump, and he liked him because he relates him to Soulja Boy. Back in 2007 when Soulja Boy became big, 50 Cent liked him a lot because he was a young kid that made his own music and got fame and money, and all that changed his life and the people around him, and he liked that concept a lot. He liked that with 6ix9ine as well, the fact that they're so young and they can change their lives and the people around him and all that. 50 didn't have that opportunity. He ended up blowing up when he was in his late 20s. Following that, he makes the Safari reference, and I love this reference because it's 100% true. He basically said that in hip-hop, a lot of people are interested in hip-hop because they're interested in knowing about the street life but not living it. So the safari reference is perfect because when you go to a safari, you don't get close to the lions and all the animals. You just get close enough to look at them and see what they're doing. And that's the same thing in hip-hop when people listen to hip-hop. A lot of white suburban kids, they listen to hip-hop because they're interested in the street life, but they don't live it. They just want to know what's going on. And 50 Cent says that that's 6ix9ine. He was the one that was looking at the street life from a far distance, but instead of staying that far distance, he decided to jump in with all the animals, not knowing what he's going to get himself into. Now imagine if you're in a safari and you decide to jump in with a bunch of tigers and lions, you're going to get chewed the fuck up and die. And that's essentially what 50's saying, is he jumped in there not knowing what he's going to get into, and now he's locked up facing a RICO charge, and he's deciding to snitch on everybody. He also mentions that 6ix9ine's image was way bigger than his music, and that's very true because the crazy colored hair, the 6ix9ine all over his body, even on his face, was very interesting to white middle America. That was like, whoa, this guy is out there and he's rapping about all this gangsta stuff and he's still being accepted in this gangster environment. Then 50 mentions the thing that I mentioned earlier in this video, that a lot of the people 6ix9ine was surrounded with are the little homies to the people that 50 Cent is surrounded with. So naturally there's going to be a connection there, and they're even related. Some of them are cousins. I'm not going to mention any names, but they're very tied into the street life. And because they're so tied into the street life, 50 also mentioned that 6ix9ine could go around doing whatever and saying whatever because he knew the people that were surrounded by him were very into the street life and were willing to do anything if 6ix9ine was disrespected. And then 50 talks about how cautious he was about the people he was surrounded with and about the street life because he knows what comes with the street life and the consequences you get. And then he says 6ix9ine was doing a lot of the stuff that I was doing, but in a very short span of time, and that's why he demanded so much attention. What 50 did was over a course of a couple of years. He didn't just come into the game disrespecting every single person in the industry. The next thing 50 Cent says is that he made it clear that he's not affiliated with any gangs when he got on the song called Get the Strap. He said in the beginning, I am not gang, I do not gang bang, because he knows the police listen to the music. It's been happening to 50 Cent since 2002, back when he had a bunch of things going on with Ja Rule, a bunch of gun charges, a lot of things were going around at that time, and the police were listening closely to 50's words. And a RICO case is essentially a case trying to bring down a whole gang. That's what a RICO case is, and RICO cases are meant for you not to beat them. So 50 then says he would rather get a murder charge than a RICO case. And throughout the years, 50 has always made it clear he's not affiliated with any single gang because he knows if he says that on tracks, the feds are going to try to figure out what gang he's part of, and they're going to try to build a RICO case around him, just like they did 6ix9ine. And then he talks about 6ix9ine snitching and what he thinks and he knew was going to happen. He said when the original indictment happened, he knew that after that happened, there was more information that was going to come, and it was all thanks to 6ix9ine. He told the feds basically everything they wanted, and he's going to tell them even more to possibly reduce his sentence. And then he gets asked, is he going to still be able to make music if he gets out? And 50 says people are still going to pay attention, but he believes the core audience is not going to be interested as they once were, because now we know 100%, it's no more a conspiracy or anything like that 6ix9ine is not part of that life. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about 50 Cent's thoughts on all this that's been going on with 6ix9ine. If you want to check out the full interview that 50 Cent did, he talks about various other things like the new BMF show he has going on and the upcoming ventures he has going on. Check the link in the description below. I'll post it there so you guys can check it out. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $1 a month or more, you can help support this channel further. Like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news and much more. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.